hello. It's myself and my girl Bianca. We are here, and I am. We're gonna decompress this Monday. Like having this light in my face right now, Bianca, only really makes me just want to close them, close my eyes. Just want
Yeah.
to, hey guys, what's going on? I hope all is well with all of you guys. Just want to
I know
keep.
that's right.
Yeah. I kind of stay up late on the weekends. So to kind of like knock me back in a somewhat decent time of going to sleep at night, I stay up late on Saturday night too. So it's like I easily get up. I ain't got no problem getting up. It's just that, by the end of the day, I'm usually like, I don't know.
Tired. Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
Sleeping is not dragged out by now.
Okay, that. Okay. So I'm feeling good though. Today was a really decent day. For some it's like sometimes when you run into issues a lot and it's like the same kind of issues, I guess you slowly start to get numb to them, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, all right, here we go with this. All right,
We go
let's
again.
just handle this. And that's what I felt like today. It's for some reason it seems like it's Tuesdays. That's a little bit more ramped up than a Monday, which is weird. Whatever. But I'm still feeling solid though. I'm very proud of ourselves, me and my husband. I'm,
Okay.
I'm sure I mentioned this already. You see how I'm trying to keep my eyes closed because this light is just like not doing it for me.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, so I'm so happy we went ahead and applied for our passports so we can go on this cruise without worrying about stuff.
I know that's right. How was the process? Because I still need to do it.
The process is not difficult at all. And what's crazy, like I can't say crazy, but what is kind of awesome about it is like all we had to do was go down to the Douglasville courthouse, which is like down the road, and went to that area where you can apply for passports at their like court place where you can get like records and stuff like that. You can apply for passports over there too, and they have somebody to look over all of your information and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And there you go. I suggest, just going by there to get the applications and stuff so that you can fill it out with black ink at home and
Got it.
go to, like, Walgreens to get your photos. Walgreens, yeah, where we get it? We got it done at Walgreens to get your photos done,
Mm-hmm.
um, and the process was pretty seamless. So I'm very happy that we got that process going, so I won't have to worry about that
Right.
anymore. Hey, Jonathan, how you doing?
What's going on, Jennifer? Showing a little skin tonight. Okay. All right. Good evening, Bianca. I'm loving the blue pants. Blue is my
Thank
favorite
you.
color, so I'm always going to see it. Hey,
Mhm.
y'all.
Now, I will have to say one thing. Another thing that I just love about being not only in the Atlanta area, but I think maybe more specifically the Douglasville area. Um, First of all, I'll have to say my Sunday was spent we spent a little time up in Sam's. Please tell me why there were so many like really tall, built, look like football player, black African American lock having people in there. And I
Really?
said, whose football practice just got out?
And why is my brother not here to witness this beauty, honey? Okay. This gorgeousness, honey.
And I
Oh,
mean,
goodness.
tall with high butts, like tall.
Ooh, a sight to see.
Oh, it's just sitting up real nice. Oh, that's how I like it. Oh, my Lord.
Lord have
Yes.
mercy. Um, that's an That's a great thing about living in this area. I guess Douglasville is out of the way enough for, people just don't bother them, I guess, because they just walk around like regular people. Like, because I had to call Jonathan when Cam Newton was up in there. I said, "What
Yes.
the-
Yes.
Cam Newton and this woman that wish he would marry her is
Yeah.
here."
with his
Hat
hair.
and all. Hat and all.
He's so handsome.
Okay, he
He
is. He
is.
can't help that now.
He
He may do
is.
people bad, but he look good. But another thing, just to see the black affluence, affluence up out here, black people with monies with an S out here. It's just really nice to see. And we were getting our passports, well, applying for it because it takes like 4 to 6 weeks for it to come out to you. But this older black man, he said yes, and I would like to go ahead and apply for a travel visa to China. I was like,
Oh,
Wow.
great.
first of
Wow.
all, so this is where you do that, and second,
Right.
and second of all, it's just nice to see my people going out, and I was saying either it's for pleasure, which is a chance, but I think it felt like it was for business. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
Hmm.
To do some shipping and stuff. Man, that was awesome, and that's actually something I would like to do. Is go. I would love to go to China. I'd love to go to. I would love to go to Korea, but I think I'm more leaning towards China and Japan than Korea right now.
Why
But
is that?
yeah, why? Because no shade at all, but it bothers me the standards that the Koreans have on their stars and their K-pop young men and women and stuff like that. Child, they can hardly even date. Like, and they get upset that they date, and like they get upset that they have lives like human beings, and try to kick people out of groups. And there was one time, one person from, I think from BTS, he was caught inebriated on one of them electric scooters, and he crashed it.
Hmm.
Of course, when you do wrong and you do it like to yourself, it's an issue. But child, they act like this man was 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 like a murderer or something like that. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
Blew up a
The way they
building.
were going at, yeah, and they were putting out funeral wreaths out in front of the company, his record company people put funeral wreaths out in front, basically saying, well, I guess that's the end of him, and he no longer needs to be a part of the group because he doesn't, hold up to the standard.
Wow.
And these
It's
are
like,
the fans doing this,
wow.
not the police, not their government, the fans doing all this. And it's like, um it bothers me to have a society of you're supposed to be this or you're supposed to be seen a certain way, and there's no grace for anything that you do.
And it seems like
So
that's how it used to be in America, like back in the 90s and the 2000s. Like people really cared about who was dating who and, really paid attention to what they were doing. But nowadays, especially with the ages in the age of social media, it seems like people don't care as much as they used to. But it seems like it was a lot stricter back in the day.
I think it's because we have more access, and we have more access to see that people are human beings.
Hmm.
And I think we're more of in a day and age that we are leveling with people and really taking in humanity for what it is, rather than try to just kill somebody off on one thing that they've done in their lives, when we can all say that we've had our own issues with everything. So
That's true.
that's why I'm not exactly gung ho about going to Korea. And the reason why I do want to go to Japan, because that's the birthplace of Reiki. So
Okay. Okay.
there's a waterfall where the epiphany came, that I want to go to see if see how that moment would be for me. So I think that would be awesome. Hello, Dustin. Peace and blessings unto you.
Hey, Dustin.
And he said, hope everybody's having a great Monday evening. I am. I truly am. I'm excited to go. If I say go home, home is here. It's out that way
Behind the couch.
on the. That's where it's at. Behind the couch back there. Because this is I work in this area right here. I pretty much spend all my day here. So when I walk outside of this room, that's home. But anywho, Unveiled Vibration says hello and hello unto you, good sir.
Hola,
He
Tyrone.
yes. He says that there's a passport office downtown Atlanta
Oh,
if you want to go
go
over
ahead.
there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. He just found out that of course it's closer to Douglasville courthouse.
Mm-hmm.
Um and also if you do have an emergency, if you have to travel within a couple of days, you can do the emergency one downtown Atlanta.
Oh, I didn't know that.
If you ain't got 4 to 6 weeks to, you know, be
Mm.
patient. Um, Tammy,
Hey,
she is here.
Tammy.
Hello, Tammy. She says, praise report. I saw my heart and kidney docs today. Cardiologist told me you are probably going to be the healthiest patient I see today. Come on.
That's
Come back in
right.
a year. Kidney doc says I've been consistently stable and there we go. Stable as I've been since 2019. Follow up in 6 months. Keep on moving.
I know that's right.
Work it out,
Come
Tammy.
on,
Work
Tammy.
it out. Show
Congratulations.
show the girls how it's done, girl. Okay, show the girls how it's done.
Come on now. Hey,
That's a good
glory.
praise report now.
Okay,
That's what I like to hear. She says movement is medicine.
absolutely.
And I believe that. That is for sure. Unveiled Vibration says, that's amazing, West Virginia runner girl. Dustin says, my son has been watching the NBA championship game. Yeah, Tyrone, he was watching it yesterday, and I was asking him questions like, so what game is this? He said, this is it. I said, oh,
Do we know who won?
OKC. That's
Oh, Oklahoma.
that's
Okay, all right.
that's
They
what I
went at
did.
home. That's awesome.
Yeah, I was halfway looking at it, and he had it up loud, and because you know what men be doing, they watch it loud like they're at the
Yeah,
game, and I don't mind that because
you
that's what
got
men's
to.
be doing. I got used to that with my daddy, and that's why I have no problem. Hey, do what you do while I sell these narcotics across the community,
Yes.
No, that's right.
Destroying the neighborhood.
destroying it. Oh gosh, Robin says, "Hey."
Hey, Auntie
Hey,
Robin.
Robin.
Um, Tammy says thanks on Veiled Vibrations, and Dustin says did anybody want to watch the NBA championship game yesterday? Tyrone watched the end of the third and the rest of the fourth.
I walked by the TV in the living room while it was playing. I'm not sure if that counts as
It's the-
actually watching it. I did look at it, so I guess,
you
in a
saw it.
way. Yeah, I saw it. Yeah, I wasn't watching it, but I did see it though. I
Nice.
think I saw whether it was in the third quarter. I think the score was like 70 to 60 something.
You saw something. Do you remember the thing? You
Mhm.
ain't seen none of it, Bianca. You don't care.
And none of it.
Child, I didn't even know. Tyrone turned straight to it. I was like,
For me, basketball just changes too quickly. Like I like it to be more steady, like football or tennis. Where things really don't change too quickly. Yeah.
I feel more excitement around the WNBA than the NBA these days.
Why you
People
say
are
that?
getting bored. Why I say that? Because it's more sassiness going on,
Well,
unfortunately.
well, the girls are fighting, and they fighting on Caitlin Clark, honey. They don't like that girl. They don't
And
like
and, and
her.
it's like I've listened to like, real basketball professionals, and from what they're saying, they they're saying like they don't like her because she's so good. She's doing, really, really good, and it's like, I'm not gonna be able to ever gonna be able to speak on it because, basketball is not my forte, but, God bless her, and I hope, they quit hitting on her, so, like, I
Right.
'cause
I
I
Me and Mama was watching that replay. I
them
think it was
girls get
last
choked
week
up.
sometime. I was like, I'm so glad it wasn't a black woman that hit her. I'm so glad it wasn't a black woman because they would have crucified that girl. So I'm so sorry that Caitlin Clark has to go through that though. But
It's exposed, mm-mm. Unveiled Vibration says, I did watch the third, fourth. It is the best time to watch. Yeah. Mamere!
Hey,
Hey,
Amir.
Mayor.
She says, good evening, everyone. Good evening unto you as well. But yeah, I want to hold on. He also says the WNBA is getting more competitive. I do agree. And also, it's the NBA is more kind of boring because you can kind of tell, like, of course, it's just starting to seem like the athleticism is not necessarily the winner here or the decider of what's going on. It's more about who's spending the most money on this person, and then they're big up in the same people all the time, and after a while things start to get boring. I remember when um the NBA was more exciting as like a almost like a contact sport. Like it was like just to think about when like Allen Iverson was playing back in those days, back around the end of Michael Jordan's career, like around those times, everything seemed a lot more exciting, and it seemed like it was based upon athleticism and stuff like that.
Hmm.
But it's like it's right now. It just seems like the same old. And I've seen a lot of TikTok videos of people talking about how they feel like it's boring. So, meh.
Mm.
um,
Oh well.
Miss Robert says she fell asleep on the game.
Understandable.
Well then, well I say it's understandable because I'm not here for basketball in the first place. So,
Exactly why it's understandable.
meh.
Same.
And that's life. Um, uh, I was gonna tell y'all I lost a lot of weight. I've been taking Manjaro. I'm not saying it doesn't look like it here. I'm having to kind of identify what's going on with my body and its changes. Um, I am certainly smaller because I have a husband that be pointing it out, and my family does too. Coming to the house, hey, Steve. But I've lost almost 50 pounds.
Oh, good.
Ain't that crazy, Jonathan?
It's crazy. I remember when I first noticed it when we came to Atlanta earlier this year, and you walked into that hibachi place. I was, hold up, where'd she go? You know what I'm saying? Like, but I'm just so proud of you. Yes, you're getting help from the Manjaro, but you're also being dedicated with your walking. Probably eating better as well. So, it all works together for your good, girl. And you're doing it to it.
It's I'll say the Manjaro helps with the appetite.
Hmm.
You don't understand. It works a little bit too good. I really didn't realize how good it was working until Tyrone was like, "Did you eat today?" And I was like, "No,
Think
no, I
about it.
did not. No, mm-mm, no. I did have a protein shake, and of course that was said at like 8 p.m. You know what I'm saying?
Mm.
Mm-hmm.
So, having to make sure that I'm eating, it has been somewhat of a chore because with my job, it's so involved. And so it's like it's easy to forget. So when I go to lunch, I make myself eat during lunch rather than, just go go home and lay down or something like that. I just gotta make myself eat.
Right.
Let's see. Mamir says, we all I know about WNBA is there is someone named Caitlin Clark who plays, and for some reason she is controversial, but I don't know why. LOL. The controversy is how good she is. That's all.
Yeah, she's not controversial as a person. It's just what's
No.
been happening to her has been controversial.
Now
Mm-hmm.
there has been some people that didn't like the fact that she's not a racist.
Disappointment. I mean, hey, we all go through it.
Because when white people see somebody standing up in a majority black space, they think they got somebody in their pocket. Um,
Right. Right.
yeah, like they were watching her because they thought that they all think that, oh, this one is one of us.
Mhm.
But when she had a whole long speech about recognizing the black women that have made the game what it is,
And make up a majority of the WNBA?
when
Yes,
she was talking that
absolutely.
kind of stuff, they were like,
Right.
Oh, they
Okay,
couldn't take.
maybe not.
"You lost me right there." Robert says the NBA seems slower because there's so many 3-point shots, not enough. Um,
Oh.
mm.
But that doesn't surprise me though. That doesn't definitely make sense. I think Steph Curry it's all his fault because he's like the 3-point shooter that everybody loves. And
He's
so
an accuracy shot person.
yes, absolutely.
Yeah, my man says, "Congratulations, Jen." But no, you are beautiful at any size, and I appreciate that.
You
Thank you.
are.
Mm.
I this I haven't been this. I would call that the word small. Yeah, I'll say it. I haven't been this size since maybe like college, because I or before I moved out here. Because when I look at pictures, I you don't notice because you're just grinding and just doing what you can to make it through life. When we moved out here to Atlanta, that's all I was concerned about. I never even
Mhm.
looked at how I look. As long as I had food to eat, I wasn't trying to take care of myself. I was just trying to make this money and do what I can to make it another day and not, go crazy or lose it. And when I look back there, I was like, golly, I blew up. Um, and of course you can tell like by your face. You can I
Mhm.
saw it so strongly with my face. So yeah, yeah. Um, but I haven't been under 250 in a long time. And I'm now down to 233. That's the last time I weighed myself. So,
That's what's up.
Is.
ciao. And like now I'm gonna have to see if I can get me some good motion sickness medicine so I can get on these rides with Jonathan, because now my size can't be a excuse.
No excuses, no more. I was just literally just thinking about that before you mentioned it. Literally
You're
thinking about that.
Is up.
doing right.
Okay. All of them.
Mhm.
Every single one. So I gotta make sure I eat before. I can't ride on an empty stomach.
Mhm.
And I'll find something that's anti not necessarily anti not well, maybe just anti nausea, but just something to motion sickness stuff. Um
Do you have a particular weight loss goal in mind, or you just going with the flow?
I promise you I'm just going with the flow. I
I
never
figured.
have, goals in mind, just searching for as healthy as I can be. And
Cool.
if there comes to be a problem or issue, it is what it is. We'll take care of it. We'll slow down. We'll take care of that from there. My a supervisor friend of mine, he is a health nut. He's 40, and he was like, he's recently started having like major migraines. How
Mhm.
about they said it was because he was eating too good, too much, too long, too many good minerals and all that stuff. He had too much of the good in him. I was like,
That's crazy.
it is, but you see those people that make sure to do right by their body. He over here talking about taking beetroot shots, yeah, like all the stuff that turn you up. But he's like, yeah, I love doing these, all kinds of alkaline, all the minerals and the nutrients that everybody says to do. He was doing it, and apparently he's done too much because he's been having migraines for the past 2, 3, 4 weeks. And the doctor said, you need to eat something bad. I said, you need some help. Let me give you some
Okay.
ideas.
Ask
Eat
me.
eat a
Ask
hot
me.
dog.
Okay.
Eat a hot dog today.
But you know
Have
they
some
say
Takis.
too much of anything is bad for you. Even too much water,
Right.
you start collecting water weight and all of that. Too much of anything
Right.
is
And
bad.
there's a water sickness if you do too much water.
Hmm.
Yeah, so yeah. Unveiled Vibration says Jennifer is looking slim thick. Boy.
Slim thick. That's how
With your
Tyrone like him.
teeth.
Justin says, congratulations, Jennifer. Keep it up. Thank y'all. I appreciate it. Um, yeah, there's some things that I want to accomplish, and I do hope that the weight loss is the help that I need, or the help. Yeah, it helps. So yeah, I'm sure I'm getting my A1C down and all that stuff for the diabetes. Um, and yeah, that shot's been working. And I don't think less of my weight loss because of the shot.
Hmm.
I just believe, I believe it was a great helper. Y'all, I'm kind of surprised it took me so long to get to Manjaro
Hmm.
because Tyrone's been on it way longer than I have.
Okay.
But you know, everything affects people in different ways. He had to get grown man doses of Manjaro for him to start losing weight. I feel like everything from liquor to any kind of medicine, you need to kind of double up on him. He a big man, strapping man. Okay. Mr. Robbins says, dry drowning. Oof, yeah, all that water. The mayor says, don't weigh yourself. Scales are rude and have no manners, in my opinion. You have an amazing point, Amir. You're correct. You're right. But sometimes, I gotta be able to say, hey, this is where I'm at now.
Right.
Um, when I was only doing with just, like really working out, that was like
It gets
to the point.
frustrating when you're working out because, you know, a lot of times when you're working out, you don't consider what you're eating. Or that was my issue. I wasn't considering what I was eating. Yes, I was working out, but I was also eating a lot of fast food. So, of course, yes, I
And
was
loving it.
okay, all of it. But it is what it is. Everything in moderation.
Yeah. 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 So it's good. And also when it comes to working out and stuff, it'd be like the muscles. Your
Yeah.
muscles have more weight than your fat. So it's like
Hmm.
sometimes you can be at a
Gain
place or
gain
whatever.
muscle, right?
Mhm.
But oh, I forgot I did have a goal. I wanted to get under 240.
Oh, well, there you go. You're there.
You did
Hey,
Forgot. Yeah. Just living, just taking these shots. Jeez
check.
Louise. Shit. Done, completed. Okay. Oh yeah. I just keep on pushing forward, and it's better than metformin. Metformin is another, um diabetes medicine that I was taking heavily. Um Sometimes it would kind of make me upchuck
Ooh.
Mhm.
because like if I had too much food, I'd throw up. If something that I had was like too much sugar in it, I throw up.
Mm,
So yeah, that slowed down because when you don't have much of an appetite, you ain't gonna eat that much to have to upchuck. So yeah. Um Veil Vibration says, Amir, the scale is not my friend. It's a line, SOB. But I certainly see the difference on Tyrone though. He's coming into form. Um, yeah, that's hilarious. Child, I'm doing a good job of not closing my eyes because I want to close them.
That weekend sleep creeping up on you.
It is. It is. It's saying hello and how you doing. I'm trying to think about what I'm gonna eat tonight. I ain't gonna do too much. And Jonathan, did I tell you about the livers and gizzards?
you did. Yes, you did. Absolutely. You told me on Saturday.
So last weekend, Bianca, I was at home for Father's Day.
Mhm.
and there's the place that Jonathan always go to, nothing but wings,
Every Saturday.
every single Saturday. Apparently, everybody in the house wanted some livers and gizzards. Tyrone don't do that kind of stuff, so it was just us. We all got meals, but we all had livers and gizzards on the side. And I bought a whole plate full of livers and gizzards home. It made my life complete on Monday and Tuesday. All I had to do was throw it into the toaster oven, warm it up. Uh-huh. Warm it up around 2 something for about a couple of minutes. Came out crispy just like it came out the grease on
Mm.
that Saturday. The sounds that I made when I had one, because it's like I didn't know how it was gonna be because it had the house smelling crazy. It's like, ugh, it smell weird in here. Oof. I don't know if I can eat this because smells do bother me. I would like I won't eat something if it smelled different. But child, I was
Same
on the phone
so.
when I was on the phone when I put that first piece of liver up in my mouth. I was like, yep, that's it.
That's it right
That's
there.
it. There it go.
There it go. And there it
Oh,
went.
and there it went.
There it went. All in one.
Child,
Yes.
like everybody I know, like there's a chance that you've never been to Columbia, South Carolina, Bianca, but I just need to take you so you can just eat at some of these different places so you can know the reason why I just come home just to get some food. I don't know why. It feels like the recipes are watered down out here in Georgia. I'm not saying every place is horrible,
Right.
but a lot of them aren't that great. They
It's
may
almost
boast of these great things, but it's like, what was that?
it's almost as if it's like generic in Atlanta, and I think that's because it's such a big city, and they want to try to please everyone. And so if there's nothing particular, that people want to eat, I don't know, but it seems like it's just generic out there.
Well, I'm gonna tell you the difference between the livers and gizzards in South Carolina versus the livers and gizzards out here.
Ooh, what is it?
First of all, one of the only places I can really get some somewhat decent livers and gizzards would be at uh JJ's, JJ's Chicken and Fish.
Mhm.
And
With crack chicken.
I don't know if it will take away my African American card. I'm gonna say this out loud. Please don't look at me any differently, Bianca. I'm just I don't need the sprinkles. They give me too much sprinkles.
I
Sprinkles of what?
It's too much of the
crack.
dust, the crack.
Oh,
They do too much.
that's why Bianca said crack chickens. I'm like, what's she talking about? Okay.
It's too much. It's like seasoned dust, like
Okay.
maybe like ranch seasoning. You know how the dust
Lemon
packets and
pepper.
stuff. Yeah, and
That's
lemon pepper.
lemon peppers scooped together.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
no,
don't like too much of it either. So I can understand you with that one. It just have
it's
to be
like
a nice little layer,
I
and that's all I need.
child, I hardly even need any. Sometimes I wish that I would catch it fast enough as soon as they do it, because I feel like I'm less black if I say, "Don't put none of that stuff on." You know what I'm saying?
Girl, you like what you
But I feel
like.
like I need to do
Don't
this.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
right.
But it's none of that extra carrying on over there, because that's something that bothers me. Also, they boil their gizzards a little longer, or I don't even know if they boil their gizzards down here in Georgia, but they boil their gizzards over in South Carolina
Mhm.
because you have to boil them for them to be tender. It's going to be super tough if you don't boil them, and it's apparent they don't. Well, it might not boil it at all. Down in
Mm.
Atlanta, you over here with your gizzard. I can't. I refuse. So, it's that. Then it's rice. I don't believe, and it's like I get it. In South Carolina, there's more of an appreciation for rice because you have rice with every meal in South Carolina. That's just that. That's how you eat, and you know gravy go with rice. Here in
Mhm.
Atlanta, if you go to Corral and you order rice, they just give you a thing of rice. There's no gravy offering on the side like a mashed potato. They just give you rice. And also with rice, oh,
No, you're fine because you're right about that. I ain't even think about that.
and also with rice, the fried rice. They like to do fried rice on a flat top here.
Hmm.
You don't see enough people doing a wok with the
Right.
fried rice.
Yeah, it's
So if
always
you getting
that.
some yeah, if you're getting chicken with fried rice down here, it's gonna be on a flat top, not somebody on that wok.
Yeah.
Walking. It's a difference.
It is. It tastes completely different.
That's
It
what
does.
I'm
You're right
saying.
about that.
If you got yourself a thing of special fried rice in South Carolina, you will see the difference. It even people from New York and South Carolina, fried rice and stuff like up north fried rice, it's like
Mhm.
the same. But when you come down to Atlanta, it's they don't
Completely.
have no respect for the rice down here.
Mm.
Or even the lo mein. Jonathan, there's places where I was like, wow, the rice is trash here. Let me try the lo mein. No lo mein.
No, lo mein?
None.
Oh no, no,
Places
no,
don't at all.
no,
What do
no.
we do? And then on top of that is the egg rolls. I love a good egg roll. My favorite part about an egg roll is the crunchy cabbage.
Mm.
Okay, the cabbage that got a little bite to it. Okay, the egg rolls I've had over here, the cabbage was cooked yesterday, and then cook again today, and maybe one more time later on, right when I ordered it.
Cooked to death.
To death. Please excuse me. I feel strongly about this. All right. Um, Mamera says unveiled vibrations. Mine too. Even Canadian scales are rude. Mamera says, exactly. What exactly are gizzards? I'm happy to answer your question. Gizzards are from the chicken. These are chicken livers and gizzards. Okay. As far as exactly what body part it is, child, I don't know. It's not the heart. It's not the liver because the liver's a liver. I don't know what the gizzard is, but it's from a chicken. And when like you pull out the innards, when you like making a chicken or a turkey, the gizzard's in that thing. It's an innard.
Either.
I don't know what a gizzard is.
Mm-mm.
I know it come from a chicken. Okay. Robin says, "What stuff are y'all talking about?" Also, I have never had lemon pepper wings. The stuff you mean like the crack, the sprinkles? It's like a just like Bianca said, like a mixture of lemon pepper and like ranch, like
Dry range.
dust.
Hmm.
I have an answer for what chicken gizzards are.
Oh, bless
Chicken
you.
gizzards are a muscular part of a chicken's digestive system, specifically a specialized stomach that grinds food.
That's why it's so tough. And that's why it goes so well together with the liver. You know, liver is, got the softer texture to it. And when you put it with the gizzard, there's more of a, it has more of a bite to it. So you go back and forth. It's the perfect snack. It's not a snack. It's certainly meaty, but it feels like a snack. But I see why, Jonathan, you get so much food from there at one time. All of it's so good. I didn't realize that's that what you do though. When I saw you had like a $35 ticket, I was like, why you what'd you get? You got enough for the family? What's going on?
Yeah, I have the second half of my chicken Philly that I'll be digesting tonight. Absolutely. From Saturday.
Which makes a whole lot of sense. Miss Kim.
Good evening, Miss
Thank
Kim.
you.
She says, hey y'all, just popping in to say hi.
So
Hello.
glad you're here.
I hope all is well. But yeah, we talking about randomness. Please forgive me. But yeah, I hope to find some good chicken livers and get it somewhere around here. But ain't nothing like that, nothing but wings. There was even a gas station that's near the house at home that
Mhm.
had some really decent livers and gizzards.
The Exxon. Mhm.
Mhm. And they've had that ever since I was a child, and my daddy, or our daddy, would bring a small plate of livers and gizzards and then, let us have, little 1, 2, you know what I'm saying? Good times. Unveiled Vibration says, "Never had lemon pepper wings. You got to try it, and then get the lemon pepper teriyaki wings." Yeah, they get real
I ain't never had that lemon pepper teriyaki.
they get real, uh, what's the word? Fancy with it,
Imaginative.
yes.
Oh.
Yeah, they do. They take things to another level. I'm sorry, unfortunately, I'm a plain kinda girl. Just give me some plain wings. Is it chicken? Just okay, season it a little bit, and I'm good. Give me some ranch, and I'm fine. I don't need all that extra, I promise you I don't. Um, but yeah, that's my eating experience out here. Um, I wanna go to sleep, but when I leave from here, I'm just gonna wake up. I think it's just 'cause it is light.
Mm-hmm. And being in that same space all day. So when you come out, you just like get a little new kick of
And
Yeah,
you're
fresh.
awake.
as soon as I
Mm-hmm.
walk back out, God, I think I wanna get some ice cream or something like that. I do. But anywho, I hope Monday was, like, as decent as mine. Mine was really, like, solid. Oh, Jonathan, since you came in just a taste bit tardy, I'm not upset at you. It's okay. How was your day?
My day was decent. It was pretty good. I went to a temp agency, and gave them my information and all that good stuff. So we'll see where that goes. And I'm really proud of myself for putting myself out there. And also, I was watching this. There's a quite a few African gay movies on YouTube, and
Excuse
so
me?
yes,
African and gay?
African gay movies. Now, here's my thing about those movies.
Send me one.
I will send you
Like,
because I was
seriously.
I was going to send you this one, but I wasn't sure if you would necessarily like it because it's honestly my favorite one that I have seen.
Mhm.
Because honestly, a lot of the storylines are pretty much the same. Where gays aren't allowed here.
Is
We
this
have to
true?
keep this secret. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot of times this is the same kind of storyline. But
Huh.
I was watching this one about a pastor who was going to another city for a conference, and his wife was still at home, and he met this guy on the street. The guy, first of all, the guy's, well, I don't want to tell you the whole story because I'm going to send it to you. But, anyways, it was really, really sweet. But my only issue is because when I watch gay stuff, I like to see intimacy between lovers.
Mhm.
Like that's
Yeah.
my favorite part about watching lovers is the intimacy, the touching, the glances, that. And so they have a little bit of that in those African gay movies, but they do rarely kiss. And I love seeing kissing. Like that's one of my favorite things to see is men kissing.
Well,
But
you know why.
yeah, and I get it. Now they'll simulate intercourse, but they won't kiss. Like that's weird to me. That's really
Yeah.
weird to me.
Maybe
But
maybe they didn't want to show the intimacy, or maybe it might be taboo, or who knows?
but yeah, I'm sending it to you now. But yeah, that's what I was watching today. It was really it was really sweet. I was just about to say how it ended, but I'll let you watch it first. And make sure y'all all watch Noah's Ark the movie on Paramount Plus. Paramount Plus, the Noah's Ark movie. It's awesome. I loved it. I loved it.
I need to write that
I'm
down
gonna have to make sure I watch that.
because I
Ooh,
got
child,
two.
that's surprising. That's why. Well, of course, that's why I gave you that reaction. It's not often that you see, you know, them a gay movie from the Africans. Like what?
They have a lot now. Typically, they're the same actors because I guess they're mostly done by the same people.
Mhm.
So in a way, you sort of kind of get tired of seeing the same people over and over and over again, playing the same roles over and over and over again. But at the same moment, I'm glad that it's there
It's the
because
same
that's
thing on
just
Netflix, though.
pretty much for the most part. But I'm just glad that it's there, and I'm glad that the content is there for us to see because
Mhm.
I'm just glad it's available.
'Cause, like, some countries have made it like a arrestable offense to actually be gay, and what's crazy to me, it's like you ain't never gonna stop it. You
Right.
ain't never gonna stop it.
And mind your business. This don't have
Right.
nothing to do with you. It's not affecting you in any type of way. Leave people alone. Dang.
And see, at some point, it's like the only reason why anybody need to know anybody's sexuality is unless you're trying to sex them.
Right.
Exactly.
Do you want to?
If you ain't trying to get with me, why do you care? Why does
Why
it
so
matter to you?
curious?
And
Why
how
let
does
me
it affect you?
understand?
Child.
It was
Anyway, how was your day, Bianca?
it was a Monday. It wasn't too bad today though. It wasn't too
But
bad today.
I
Fingers
feel you
crossed.
on that too bad. Yeah.
But it wasn't too bad today. My
Yeah, I
day
feel you.
very well. So
That makes me feel good. I love to see people making it. Um, y'all heard about Shamar Moore? Not Shamar Moore. What's his name? Shamar? He's the one that's a little disabled.
what he do?
He been arguing back and forth with Iran.
Yeah, I'm unaware.
So I'm gonna I'm gonna have to send you a couple of TikToks, Jonathan.
What are y'all laughing at?
You'll see.
Okay.
I was not expecting.
It's true. It's true. It's like I don't know how real this Iran TikTok, not TikTok, this Iran Twitter page is. I don't know.
Shamar.
Shamar,
The one in the wheelchair?
not the wheelchair, the one with
Oh.
with the
Oh, okay.
um with the S curl back.
Okay, yeah. I don't know if I know that one.
You know him. When you see him, you're gonna be like,
Yeah.
"Ew."
Okay.
So basically, he's been talking mess about Iran, and Iran been responding.
What?
I ain't playing. And he going off
Wow.
like he going off like it's just a random nigga on the street,
Lord
which
have
makes
mercy.
me wonder like how real is this? Because
Oh,
Shamar,
oh my goodness. That was
you on
crazy.
TikTok, right, Bianca? I don't be seeing you on TikTok. I want to send you stuff, but I don't send you under my thing to send you stuff.
I don't know why.
I'm gonna make sure to find it because I need to send you. If you
I'll
haven't
send you
seen it, I need
something.
to send you
Yeah, so you can have me. I'll send you
up
something.
to the top. Look,
Mm-hmm.
because he been cussing Iran out like seriously, and people been saying, look, that's Trump and Shamar. Don't. That's not us. Get them, not
Them.
us.
Both
I
of them.
said I sent Jonathan a video where somebody was talking about go to 1600 Pennsylvania Avenue. That's where y'all need to be, and then gave the longitude and latitude of it.
Come on. This is where you
Okay.
okay.
This
Nobody
is
else.
where you need to be. And it's like I saw one dude like typing a letter, like, first of all, God bless, you know what I'm saying? But it's never been us. Okay. Let's let those white people, and like
And leave us alone.
Leave us.
leave us be because we were never even trying it. We ain't never had nothing against you. I don't even know you like
We don't
that.
care.
We the coolest people. We get
It ain't
along.
none of our business, okay?
And then all we're trying to do is work, pay for these eggs, pay for this gas, and just live our lives as peacefully as possible. And then I'm also there's a lot I need to send you, Bianca. Seen pictures of the gay man getting ready for the draft
Oh,
with they crop tops and nice outfits. And oh gosh, Jonathan, you know the little coach bag, like mommy's coach bag?
Yes.
It was a small tan one like that, real cute, and he was ready with his little gun and his coach, and like
Yes. Poppin'.
ready to go. And this is America. at the threat of WWE.
Lord.
But it's like it's all we can do, because of the stupid actions of the people up there and him wanting so bad to be a dictator
Hmm.
Right.
or like a dictator from North Korea.
Right.
He wished everybody would bow down to him.
It ain't happening.
It never will.
No, he needs to be nervous, is what he needs to be, because he getting on people's nerves. So he needs to be real nervous to walk these good streets. Is what he needs to be.
And the worst part
Child.
about it is he's never cared. He's
No,
never cared.
that's the crazy part.
And he it's really sad that his own base is really just finding out like you really wh- if you weren't saying what were you thinking the first go around, what makes you think it's going to get better this time around?
Right.
Because he's still a Republican. That's the thing that's keeping him where he is. He's labeled himself as a Republican, therefore, in actuality, to them, he is acceptable because he claims to be Republican. That's it.
Yeah.
Because if
Um,
he claimed to be Democrat, you know he would not have got elected. You know he would not have gotten
At
elected.
all.
but even before he went to run, he said, I heard him in an interview out loud say, if I was ever to run for president, I will run as a Republican because they're
Exactly.
stupid. He said that.
Mhm.
Exactly. And he did it.
And he proved y'all, he proved himself right.
Hmm.
But I ain't gonna get into all that mess because I'm out here, fighting for peace for myself. And that's all that matters for me.
I know that's right.
And anybody that may believe or be under the impression that God isn't in any of this, when a reckoning is on its way, you have to remember things need to get exposed first.
Hmm.
Hmm.
The truths need to be exposed first. That's why he kept on going so gung ho about the tariffs and all the horrible things that he wanted to do that's not coming into fruition like he wants to happen. He's letting them find out. God's letting them find out how none of this
Hmm.
will work. So, God bless. Anytime there is like a total reconstruction in your life, things are going to be changed and things are going to become anew. And I believe that's something that's been needing to happen in America for a long time. And we're about to see a new America, I believe. So, hold on. Continue to hold on every single day and believe now that God is going to bless and continue to keep you so that in a few months you can look back and say, "Hey, I did not have to live in anxiety if I would have just trusted that he was going to do it."
Hmm.
I'd rather you say, "I trusted and believed him and try my best to live in that peace than to stay in anxiety because of foolishness."
Right.
Jesus. Anywho, I love you guys dearly. I thank you guys for listening to me ramble about Chinese food and gizzards. I love it. I love y'all dearly. Bianca loves y'all too, as well as Jonathan.
I
More than
do.
likely, she got a cellular phone call.
Yeah.
Oh, wait, hold on. There she go. Yeah, she more than likely got a cellular phone call. See,
Yep.
I want y'all to enjoy the rest of your week. Um, we're about to slide into July. And I got my week off for my birthday in August. I'm so excited, y'all.
Me.
Anyway, let me shut up. We'll talk some more next Monday of my ramblings. Y'all have a great week. Okay, bye. See y'all Saturday.
Bye, y'all.
Faithful Warrior Ministries. See you there.